My beloved, the angels are here today with a very special mission. They have been sent directly from the kingdom of heaven to bring you a message that will change your life in a profound and significant way. This hope-filled message comes to restore the joy you may have lost. It contains the answers and deepest desires of your heart that you've carried in silence for so long. Know that the heavens have remembered you, which is why your guardian angels have come, bringing words of encouragement, joy, and renewal. They want you to believe every word they are about to share, for it is the truth and has been carefully prepared for your heart. Nothing you will hear here is by chance. Everything has been planned with divine love just for you. The angels say that if you believe deeply enough, these words will bring about a powerful transformation in your life. If you feel this message touches your heart, open yourself to receive it with faith. Your guardian angels see clearly what you are going through. They see the tears you've shed, the silent pain you've carried, and the emptiness you've often felt in your soul. They know how difficulties in relationships or even loneliness have made you wonder if true love is still possible. Perhaps you have lost faith that anything new can happen, either because of disappointments or the feeling that time passes without bringing change. But today this special message has been sent to change that. It's for you who have been wondering if there is still room for love in your life. The angels want you to understand how special and unique you are. They encourage you to value who you are, to listen to your heart, and to ignore the judgments of others. Your happiness is precious, and there is nothing more important than embracing it without fear. You were created for a purpose, and God sees how special you are. He knows the depths of your heart and wants you to remember your strength and value. The angels say that your age, your past experiences, or the circumstances surrounding you are not a barrier to what is to come. They are telling you that someone very special is about to come into your life. Someone who will bring true connection, genuine love, and joy. This person has been sent as part of a divine plan, and the signs of their arrival will soon become apparent. When this person appears, you will find that they have a unique way of showing affection and attention. They will be by your side constantly without asking for anything in return, simply because they feel comfortable around you. This person may be different from what you imagined, perhaps younger or with unexpected characteristics. Nevertheless, the angels ask you to keep your mind and heart open. This connection will be special and will bring peace and happiness that you never imagined possible. Even if you feel insecure or doubtful at first, remember that everything has been carefully planned by the Creator, who knows every desire and need of your heart. The angels also say that for those who have chosen to spend the rest of their lives alone, God blesses that choice with equal love and care. But for you, this message brings something different. The promise that true love is on its way regardless of any obstacles you can imagine. God is powerful and can transform any situation to bring joy to your heart. Right now it's important to remember that you have been an example of kindness and love to others. You have touched lives with your generosity and shown compassion in ways that have not gone unnoticed in God's eyes. He invites you to continue to show this love to the world, but also to make room in your life to receive what He has prepared for you. The angels tell you that this is the time to believe in miracles. They say that the tears of pain that you have been shedding will become tears of joy. God is working to bring you someone who will love and respect you for who you are. This person will value your essence, not your circumstances, and the bond between you will be unbreakable. This is the beginning of a new phase in your life where love, peace, and prosperity will be present in every aspect. From finances to health to relationships, you will see blessings manifest in ways you never imagined. The angels ask you to keep your faith strong, for it is this faith that will allow the gates of heaven to open fully for you. Throughout this process, remember that resources such as the ebook Achieving a Prosperous Life Through Spiritual Empowerment can guide you on your journey of transformation. It contains valuable teachings that can help you find the inner peace and spiritual clarity you need to embrace these wonderful changes. Get yours by clicking on the link in the description. The angels encourage you to open your heart and allow love and blessings to flow into your life. They want you to know that God is in control and that everything that is happening now is part of a greater plan. Your future is full of hope and love, and the heavens are celebrating every step you take toward it. The angels want you to understand that this love that is about to enter your life will be completely different from any experience you have had. This person will not be interested in your possessions, your accomplishments, or your appearance. They will be attracted to your essence, the purity of your heart, and the wonderful person that you are. As this connection begins to form, you'll notice small gestures that show how much they care. It could be an unexpected phone call to see how you're doing, a simple but meaningful gift, or even the way she's there for you in moments you could never imagine. They also warn that sometimes you may not immediately recognize this person as the divine gift they are. This can happen because of the differences that exist between you, whether it be age, lifestyle, or other circumstances. However, the angels ask you to open your spiritual eyes to see beyond appearances and allow yourself to feel what really matters: the care, respect, and genuineness of this relationship. This person, the angels say, will be a channel of unconditional love in your life. They will bring lightness to your days and offer a friendly shoulder in difficult times. You will feel such a deep connection that there will be no doubt that this union was planned in heaven. Even when your insecurities or fears try to make you doubt, remember that God doesn't make mistakes. Everything that happens is the fruit of divine love that wants to see you fulfilled and happy. The angels also point out that this relationship will be an example of how pure and sincere love can be, serving as an inspiration to others around you. The union between you and this person will show that true love has no limits, is not dependent on external circumstances, and transcends all barriers. It will be a reflection of God's care in your life. In addition, the angels tell you that while you are waiting for this special person, it is important that you continue to cultivate faith and kindness. Your generosity, your ability to spread light and hope to others are gifts that you offer to the world, and this will not go unnoticed. God recognizes every act of love that you perform, which is why He is preparing something so special for you. They claim that God's plan includes not only the restoration of your love life, but also blessings in areas such as your career, health, family relationships, and financial prosperity. Everything that has seemed stagnant or out of reach will begin to align, bringing a flow of abundance and fulfillment into your life. However, for this to happen, you must maintain your faith in the process and believe that everything is working for your good. The angels conclude by asking you to never forget how much you are loved. God knows your struggles, your doubts, and even your moments of weakness. He doesn't judge you; on the contrary, He walks beside you every step of the way. Today's message is a reminder that you are not alone. There are divine forces working on your behalf, and you are at the center of this plan. They encourage you to be receptive to the blessings to come. Trust, keep the faith, and prepare to experience the fullness of love, peace, and prosperity that God has in store for you. The time is now, and the heavens are already celebrating your victory. My beloved, the angels surround you with a presence that brings peace to your spirit. They whisper to your heart that God is always present and working behind the scenes of your life to align everything with His purpose. No matter how challenging the road you travel, know that every step is being watched with love and care. Allow yourself to rest in the assurance that you are deeply loved and that nothing can separate you from God's love. Trust that even the storms have their part to play in revealing the rainbow of hope in your life. They want you to understand that God's timing is perfect, and no matter how long you've waited, the right answer will come at the right time. It can be hard to see this in the face of uncertainty, but remember that God doesn't forget any of His promises. He honors the faith of those who continue to trust, even when everything seems to be against them. Your perseverance will be richly rewarded, and the angels ask you to keep your hope alive, for something wonderful is about to happen. The angels assure you that God's love for you is unconditional and unchanging. Even at times when you feel you have failed or not been enough, God looks at you with tenderness and compassion. He doesn't base it on your accomplishments or mistakes, but sees the heart you have and the value you carry as His beloved child. This message of eternal love is the anchor that sustains you on difficult days, reminding you that you are never beyond the reach of divine grace. They ask you to remember God's promises recorded in the scriptures. Just as He promised never to leave you or forsake you, the angels affirm that you will never face anything alone. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to see God's faithfulness in action. So trust in His promises even when the winds of doubt blow hard. God is in control and will turn everything around for your good in due time. The angels encourage you to look at your life and notice the little miracles that happen every day. It could be an unexpected smile, a word of comfort, or even the strength to carry on. Each detail is a reminder that you are deeply cared for and protected. Cultivating a grateful heart will open the heavens to even more blessings, for gratitude is an act of faith that demonstrates your trust in God's goodness. Remember that waiting is not a time of emptiness, but a time when God is preparing you in the future He has in store. As a potter shapes the clay, God is shaping your heart to be ready to receive the best. Don't give up in the middle of the process. Each day that passes brings you closer to God's promises, and the angels encourage you to stand firm in your faith. The angels remind you that every season of life has a purpose. Even periods of silence or loneliness hold valuable lessons and prepare your heart for new experiences. God uses every circumstance, good or difficult, to mold you into someone even stronger and fuller of faith. Open your heart to learn from these moments, knowing that they are part of a greater plan that will culminate in joy and fulfillment. They ask you to look to the future with hope and optimism. Although the past may have brought pain or disappointment, it does not define what is to come. God specializes in creating something new and beautiful out of ashes. Trust that He is writing a new chapter for your life, one filled with blessings, love, and purpose. Let this positive vision inspire your journey and strengthen your faith. The angels point out that forgiveness is a powerful key to unlocking God's blessings in your life. If there are hurts or resentments that you still carry, they invite you to release them to God. Forgiveness is not a gift to the person who hurt you, but a release for your own soul. When you surrender these wounds to God, He transforms them into something beautiful and renewing, making room for new joys. They want you to know that God sees you as a unique and irreplaceable masterpiece. No one else in the world can take your place in God's heart. Your qualities, gifts, and even your weaknesses are known to Him, and He uses them to fulfill a special purpose. Never underestimate yourself or compare yourself to others. You are exactly as God created you, and that is enough. The angels remind you that God always hears your prayers, even when you feel they don't reach the ceiling. He hears every cry of your heart and answers in ways that you may not yet understand. Trust that His answers are always for your good, even when they come in unexpected ways. Continue to pray in faith, knowing that His words have power and that heaven is listening. They encourage you to seek a deeper relationship with God. Spending time in His presence, whether in prayer, reading scripture, or simply in silence, strengthens your soul and renews your hope. There is nothing God desires more than an intimate relationship with you. When you draw close to Him, you discover that His peace transcends all circumstances and that His joy is a gift that no one can take away. The angels say that God wants you to prosper not only materially but also in your soul and spirit. He wants you to live with joy, purpose, and fulfillment. Allow Him to guide your steps and transform every aspect of your life. When you surrender everything to Him, you experience a peace that transcends understanding and a prosperity that encompasses every area of your life. They ask you to remember that you are a channel of blessing for others. When you share love, hope, and kindness, you reflect God's heart to the world. Your actions have a greater impact than you realize, and every act of generosity helps make the world a better place. Continue to be that light that shines and inspires others to come closer to God. Remember that God is faithful to finish the good work He has begun in you. Even when you feel imperfect or inadequate, He continues to work in your life. Don't burden yourself beyond what is necessary. Allow God's grace to cover and sustain you, trusting that He will turn all your weaknesses into strength and victory. The angels remind you that your journey is valuable and worthwhile. Trust that God's promises are eternal and unshakable. Even when the world seems to be falling apart, His word remains steadfast. God has promised never to forsake you, and that promise is the anchor that keeps you safe in the midst of the storms. The angels ask you to cling to this truth, knowing that nothing can separate you from the love of your Heavenly Father. They invite you to celebrate every small victory in your life, for each one is a reminder that God is with you. Even the seemingly insignificant steps are part of a greater journey. When you learn to appreciate these accomplishments, you make room for even more blessings. Gratitude attracts divine goodness and creates a cycle of joy and hope that transforms your life. The angels tell you that you don't have to carry your burdens alone. God is willing to take your worries and turn them into peace. Give Him everything that weighs on your heart, trusting that He can handle anything. When you relinquish control, you find freedom and rest for your soul, knowing that you are in the hands of the Creator. They ask you to live with courage, knowing that God is always by your side. No matter how great the challenges, God is greater than all of them. He has already prepared the way and enabled you to overcome. Stand up with confidence, for you are not alone in this battle. Victory is already assured, and angels surround you to protect and guide you. The angels remind you that your story is being written with divine love. Each chapter, even the most difficult, has a special purpose. God wastes no tears, no struggle. He is weaving a story of redemption, joy, and triumph. Trust the author of your life and know that the end of this story will be more beautiful than you can imagine. The angels want you to know that God specializes in transforming impossible scenarios. What seems hopeless or irreversible is in the hands of the Creator who makes the extraordinary seem simple. Don't give up on what God has put on your heart. He prepares a way where there was none, opens doors that no one can close, and shows that there are no limits to His power. Trust that He is at work even if you can't see the result yet. The best is yet to come. They ask you to remember that you are never alone. In the moments when loneliness seems overwhelming, God is right beside you, holding you with His strong and loving hands. His love is like a constant flame that warms your heart and illuminates your path, even on the darkest of days. The angels invite you to rest in God's presence where there is comfort, security, and peace. Allow yourself to feel this unconditional love that never fails and will never leave you. The angels assure you that every prayer you have ever made is remembered in the heart of God. No word has been ignored, no cry has gone unheard. Even if the answer hasn't come yet, trust that God is working on your behalf. He is a loving Father who always gives the best to His children. Keep praying in faith, for His promises are true and never empty. Heaven is moving circumstances to bring His will into harmony with your needs. Remember that the time of waiting is a time of growth. God uses these times to build your character, strengthen your faith, and prepare you for what is to come. Don't see waiting as a delay, but as divine construction. The angels encourage you to trust that when the time is right, you will understand why you had to go through each stage. God never delays. He works perfectly in all His plans. The angels say that trust is the key to living in peace. Even when circumstances try to steal your joy, keep your heart anchored in God. He is the foundation that never shakes, and His plans are always for your good. Confidence doesn't eliminate struggles, but it gives you the strength to face them with courage. Let this assurance fill your heart and guide your every step. God is faithful and never disappoints those who hope in Him. They encourage you to keep spreading kindness, even when the return seems small or non-existent. Every act of love, no matter how small, is like a seed planted in fertile soil. God sees every gesture and multiplies the effect of your generosity. When the time is right, you will reap an abundance of blessings far beyond what you can imagine. Be a light wherever you go, and know that this light also lights the way for your own journey. The angels remind us that God's love is a refuge in the midst of life's storms. When everything seems chaotic, run into His presence and find peace. God is a safe haven, a fortress that protects and strengthens. He not only calms the winds around you, but also brings serenity to your inner self. Trust that He is taking care of you in all the situations that worry you. You are safe with God. You are asked to keep hope alive even in times of uncertainty. Hope is a beacon that lights the way when everything seems dark. God has planted dreams in your heart, and these dreams are not mere illusions. They are part of the purpose He has for your life. Move forward with faith, knowing that God can do the impossible. What lies ahead is greater and better than you can imagine. The angels are telling you that God is leading you on a unique and special path. Don't compare yourself to others or worry about the pace at which things happen. Each journey is personalized by the Creator who knows exactly what you need and when you need it. Trust God's plan for your life, even if you don't understand all the details at the moment. He is faithful to complete the work He has begun in you. They encourage you to remember that God is the source of all strength and joy. When you feel weak or discouraged, turn to Him. God promises to renew your strength like that of the eagle so that you can continue your journey with vigor and determination. He not only sustains you but enables you to overcome any obstacle. With God on your side, you are stronger than you think. The angels want you to know that there is a purpose in every tear you have ever shed. God doesn't ignore your pain. He transforms it into something beautiful. Your tears are like seeds that will sprout into joy in due time. Don't give up even when the weight seems unbearable. God uses even the most difficult moments to create something new and meaningful in your life. He is the God of redemption and restoration. They ask you to embrace each new day as an opportunity to experience God's love. Every dawn is a reminder that His mercy is renewed daily. No matter what happened yesterday, today is a gift to begin anew. God is with you every step of the way, guiding and protecting you. Allow this infinite love to inspire you to live with joy and confidence, knowing that the best is yet to come. The angels say that God has something extraordinary in store for you. He hasn't planned a life of mediocrity, but a life of abundance, full of meaning and purpose. Even when challenges try to distract you, remember that you are called to something greater. God knows the desires of your heart and is working to fulfill them at the right time. Trust Him and move forward in faith. They encourage you to see the beauty in the small things around you. Often God speaks through simplicity: a sunset, a child's laughter, a gentle breeze. These moments are reminders of God's care and presence in your life. When you learn to appreciate these daily blessings, you open your heart to a deep gratitude that changes your perspective and renews your joy. The angels want you to know that your story is still being written. God's work in your life is not finished. It's just beginning. What seems like a period is actually a comma in God's plan. Trust that God is writing a wonderful story, full of surprises and twists that will bring joy and fulfillment. The ending will be more beautiful than you ever imagined.